What's going on, recliners? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. Today I will be checking out the season 4 finale to The Sopranos. Gonna be doing a 2-episode reaction for you guys, episodes 12 and 13. So, things have definitely been heating up tension-wise between the families. With the disappearance of Ralphie, Tony trying to pin it on Carmine, and Johnny Sacks. Not sure how things are going to unfold. Not to mention they want in on the housing deal he did, and I don't know, just business in the mafia world not going according to plan. Who'da thunk? So gonna be curious to see how that unfolds. We haven't seen Tony's new crazy side chick for a couple episodes, but he's had bigger things to worry about. See what happens with her. He recently quit therapy, but at the end of the last episode, he's still having these crazy dreams. Woke up looking like he was having another panic attack, anxiety attack. Maybe he'll check himself back in with Dr. Melfi sooner rather than later. Things have been quiet on the Carmela and Furio front. See what happens there. Freaking Janice, man. Just leave Bobby alone. Poor guy. But no, she's gotta worm her way into his life. Last we left off with them, she convinced him to heat up the last of his wife Ziti, which should have been a moment between him and his kids. No Janice around, but I don't know, it's the type of woman she is. Freaking pisses me off. And we still have Christopher in rehab. Not sure how long he's going to be out of the picture for, but at least he's getting the help. Then, one last thing before getting into it. Way back, I think it was like season 1, when I was recording that finale, I was like, let me get myself some Sopranos swag. I ordered myself this Sopranos shirt freaking months ago and completely forgot I had it. Was doing laundry and I was like, oh shit, I should probably wear that for checking out at least one of these episodes. I've been lacking. But hey, I got it on for this one. And I'm definitely excited to see what the season 4 finale holds in store. So we're going to go ahead and check this one out. Before we do, as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, let's check out episodes 12 and 13, the season 4 finale of The Sopranos.
Corrado Soprano is not some harmless old man.
I completely forgot about this too. They denied his medical dismissal, even though I'm pretty sure there really is something going on with him.
No, Corrado Soprano is not some harmless old man.
Saw the wedding ring, figured that's how I get to that juror. Go after the family.
Come on in.
What smells in this house?
Maron, it's like the smell of heaven.
Homemade scones.
The hell?
They are just out of the oven.
There was just like 6 of them on that plate.
Hey, Jay, your father's leaving. I'll come up in a minute. Go over it. Ocean Club at Paradise Island.
We leave tomorrow for 3 beautiful days.
AJ, school?
He's old enough to spoil himself now. Now, I know you need a break. Deep down, that's probably the reason you got your hair cut. All of a sudden, her mother's psoriasis is like the bubonic plague. But let me tell you something. She can be a moody bitch.
Furio's like, don't talk about my woman that way.
Anything you could do to change your father's mind?
I'm gonna try, John.
So as you know, Dad, Tony Soprano came to visit me recently. I bought him dinner, we talked.
Maybe there's a compromise here, then.
There's always a compromise.
Now, you gotta give him some slack. He hasn't really been boss of a family very long.
Well, it's a small space, but I guess that makes it a decorating challenge. They have everything.
I would love to go with you there.
Great, it's a date then.
The handicaps are all taken.
Oh, there's a handicap by the door. To him, that man.
Oh, my God!
Guy checks into one of the guest rooms, calls down, says, I got a leak in the sink. I said, go ahead. The customer's always right.
Ha ha ha. Rein it in there, Furio.
When was the last time you had your eyes examined, Mrs. Matrone?
My eyesight is fine. I've been driving since I was a young girl.
Horse and buggies don't count.
Very nice.
What do you need a car for?
I like my independence.
It's a sensitive subject. It's like, on the one hand, I couldn't imagine someone telling me I can't drive myself places anymore. But on the other, if I'm not competent enough to do so, and could be a danger, then yeah, I shouldn't be on the road. My freaking great aunt was driving till she was like 94.
Hi. Mwah.
Mom, remember Alex?
Of course, hi.
Excuse me.
What's the matter? Finn? I thought things were going well with you two.
They are.
Some men have to move at their own pace, Med.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, we gotta go. The limo's on its way up from Norwalk.
Marty, why don't you chopper them out?
He was asking if the chopper's available. Good news, gentlemen. Sorry about the mess. Mr. Sopranos.
He puke all over the limo.
Just climb on in and buckle up.
Aww. Move away from the chopper a little bit there. Is he thinking about pushing him into the blade?
Get down! Standing to plus.
Dude.
Furio come by. Is he?
Was he out with somebody last night?
When he gets here, don't wake me.
Is that just because how he's feeling, or does he remember the chopper incident?
Meadow, hi.
You all right? You don't sound very happy to hear from me.
You're not Furio.
Finn invited me to go skiing in Canada next week.
You want me to make anything?
Nothing. I'm doing everything myself.
Nice place.
Yeah, we open in a few weeks. Yeah, we work something out.
It's so important. Where is he?
My son's leaving tomorrow. He had family obligations. Whatever's done already is done. You keep that for yourself. 40% only applies to future deals.
Still not happy with it.
Darlene, hi, how are you?
Great. No, I wanted to thank you. That friend of your husband's came by the office. We got the listing.
Was he skipping town? Oh, damn. I mean, it's not the worst idea for him to just get out of this whole situation.
Listen to this. Furio called a stupid zip moved back to Italy.
Mrs. Soprano?
Hi, Finn.
Mr. Soprano? Finn DeTrolio?
Oh, Finn the dentist, right? So what smells so good in there?
Mom's recipe for chicken cacciatore.
You hear that? Anybody bothers her, he'll knock their teeth out. Then he can put her back in, too. So you a roommate, too?
Oh, he doesn't like that.
I gotta tell you, Mrs. Soprano, your daughter absolutely keeps us alive with her cooking.
Whose spot is this? Oh.
So, Finn, Meadow tells me that you're going skiing. Well, just be careful with all those accidents you read about.
I got a C on a paper I did on Billy Budd.
See?
Usually gets D's and F's.
You know, my teacher says it's a gay book. Yeah, I didn't even know they had back then.
AJ.
No offense.
I'm not gay.
You're not?
No.
He is not a fan of the not gay male roommate.
What stuff?
This gay nonsense they're teaching. I am sorry, but Billy Budd is not a homosexual book.
Leslie Fiedler has written extensively on gay themes in literature since the early 60s. Billy Budd in particular.
Well, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Dude, she would not do well with today's climate.
You broke the urn.
He said little Paulie to trash Carmine's restaurant?
I think certain people starting to wonder where your heart is.
You're only as good as your last envelope. You know that.
All this shit started with that Russian prick when I had to go pick up your $5,000.
You know, things might be a little different, Paulie.
Nobody knows what the future holds, my friend.
He has been a little unhinged lately. Keeps running his mouth.
You heard what he did to the f***ing restaurant?
So how do you want to respond? We gotta break this guy's back.
Call the union.
We had a date to go to Color Tile.
A date?
To look at tile for his mother's apartment.
Oh.
Well, then why call it a date?
When I ran into Darlene at church, felt like somebody punched me in the stomach.
Remember we saw a man from La Mancha that time?
When Salvatore was alive, men went to the theater every week.
He did well, Salvatore.
I'll give these to my son. Shoot, I forgot to cash my check. Don't you have direct deposit?
Still keep it under the mattress? Never you mind where I keep it.
Is he gonna rob her?
These Parker House rolls, they belong to my ma.
They do not.
Come on, ma.
Strike.
This site is shut down until further notice.
Worse than a strike.
Listen, Danny, we just want you to know how glad we are a guy like you was on that jury. Wife and 2 kids, performing a civic duty we should all take part in.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just reading.
It's kind of near my birthday, and I was thinking we'd do our tradition. Go to the plaza for tea.
Yeah, well, let me take this 40% bullshit and run it by the other 4 bosses, see if they put up with it. That's why Carmine did it. It's gonna cost him, too.
So, how is Finn? When are you leaving for Montreal?
Wednesday morning. What are you, jealous? Just because you and Dad are middle-aged?
Watch it, young lady.
What am I, a child? Would you rather I transfer to Montclair State? Then maybe I can drop out like you did.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll be happier if I didn't come around anymore.
Except that won't happen, because you'll need money in about a week.
Is this just gonna be Carmela for the next bunch of episodes? Grumpy, miserable? What are you gonna do, man?
About all this stuff that's going on, Tony and all.
What's your name again?
Johnny talked to you about me, right?
Johnny who? Sack?
Has he just been playing Paulie this entire time?
You know, you never told me about your lunch.
It was horrible since you asked. The way I feel now, if I never see her again, that would be just fine.
Oh!
Damn.
Jesus Christ, I don't have enough on my plate. One of my key guys disappeared to Naples, for Christ's sakes.
You two are stressing over the same issue there.
I think she's upset about Furio's dad.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, he died, and I think Furio went back to Italy or something. And she was going over there a lot.
To Furious?
Is Meadow gonna put it together?
Oh, dude. Meeting's over.
Jesus.
He is ripping her off. Come on, dude.
What are you doing? Man, your door was open. What are you doing?
Calling your mother.
You're here to rob me. No, what are you, crazy? Just calm down, okay? What are you doing? Help! Help!
You were always a little bastard!
Shut up with that f***ing mouth!
happy now, man.
There's a skip.
Hey, what'd you do, rob a bank?
Back in business, D.
Let me take this. She loves you, Meadow. You know that, don't you? You gotta understand she's going through a rough time right now.
How come?
Change of life, maybe.
With the buffering.
It's part of the therapy for the panic attacks and all.
You were in therapy?
Hey, how did she not know about that? Well, while this is loading up a bit, I might only be able to record the one episode today. I was planning on just chilling and watching them back to back, but oh, okay, thank you. But last night we had a power failure. It's like 50-mile-per-hour winds today, so internet's not the greatest right now. I'll try and come back to it a little later on today and get the recording in. But either way, I'll still have the 2 episodes in one finale, because I'm actually pretty far ahead of my recording schedule. And yeah, even if I can't finish it up today, tomorrow or the next day will be fine.
It's probably the beginning of menopause, like you said.
All right, you go have a good time.
I'm pretty sure Meadow is putting together the clues.
Well, here I am. What is it?
I wish for Carmine's own sake he'd ease off. If something were to happen to him, God forbid.
Holy shit. Talked to Meadow this morning. She left for a ski trip. She's gonna call you. Come on. She's becoming a wonderful woman, Carm. Smart. Beautiful.
Alright, guys. Episode 12 in the books. As I mentioned during that buffering break, I'm going to give it a little bit before I try checking out the finale episode. But, yeah, Paulie, man, he's a mess. You're going to rip off this lady and kill her in the process. And in the meantime, you think you're playing both sides? You've been getting played the whole time. Carmine has no clue who you were. And you know what? You kind of deserved it. Furio just up and left. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to see him again. And he almost threw Tony right into the rotor of the helicopter. And yeah, I think for him, that was like, all right, I got to either throw him in next time or leave, because can't keep doing this. And now Carmela is all, just sad and mopey, taking it out around, on the people around her. But it looks like Meadow is kind of putting things together. After what AJ said about constantly going to Furio's, bringing him. Yeah, she's not dumb. And in the end there, it was looking like Johnny Sachs was telling Tony, take out one to save the many, keep peace between the families, keep the money flowing. If this older guy just happened to have a health issue, I don't know, maybe I read that wrong, but guess I'm going to find out in the next episode. Hopefully I can check it out today, but as I mentioned, if I can't, I'll get around to it within the next day or two. It's just, in general, I don't have the greatest internet because of where I'm located. I'm lucky to have it at all. And yeah, we got really high winds, so maybe it's knocking it in and out, and hence the buffering. But I don't know. I'll give it a shot because I got to see what happens. But yeah, for you guys, it's on to the next one. All right, guys, you guessed it. My internet did not want to work the other day, so yep, it's a new day, but I'm checking out the episode 13 finale. And then also, just an FYI, I already edited episode 12 and it got hit with a copyright. So I'm going to have to go back and redo it. So apologies, however that comes out. It's the name of the game. I do what I can.
I told you didn't have to come.
Yeah, let you drive yourself when you look this bad.
So I wonder if there's something actually wrong with her, or if kind of like, Tony with his anxiety made him sick. Her issues with Furio making her sick.
He's out.
He looks good.
Hey, all right. Shorter than I thought it would be.
Hey.
Cousin's out of rehab.
God.
How's your emotional level? Stress off the charts lately, like all of us?
What do you mean?
Death, major change of any kind?
That was Grove Street.
I gotta make a stop. Down and see.
Where you going?
Nordstrom's, they're having a sale.
The bottom line is I'll be losing money every day the Esplanade is shut down. This wallet is tied to the goddamn Esplanade. God damn it!
Damn.
John, what'd I do?
Financial hardship and you want to go shopping. I mean, kind of self-explanatory.
Is that my father's truck?
Mrs. Soprano, Virginia Lupo, Remax Community Realty.
Hi. And your construction project shut down?
Oh, well, that can't last forever. And it's for the family. When we were piss poor, this was the biggest caviar wish we could come up with.
Can I ask you why they're selling? My husband said if we can get it.
Well, there is a buyer already.
It's just as well, because we really couldn't swing this.
Oh, there's Al.
I'm going to give them additional time to reach a verdict.
We should have had a hung jury, miss.
I'm going to ask you to go back in there and reason with each other and apply the law and come
Dinner
back.
served! Oh, that was Virginia Lupo on the phone. She hasn't heard from the owner. I guess that deal's gonna go through.
What happened?
They left out part of the order.
Call him up.
Just sit down and eat. Just thinking of buying your mother a house down the shore.
Tony,
Unbelievable.
you're fined $3 for the F word.
Damn, they're about to collect a shitload in fines then.
In that area, we probably wouldn't get hurt as an investment. We probably wouldn't lose money. Better to act quickly if, more is lost by indecision than by wrong decision. That's all I'm saying.
So how the f*** are you? That place help you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm completely clean and sober. Which one of the Where's Carmine then?
No change whatsoever.
If I do it, what do you do for me?
I take a sad song and make it better. What would it take?
All future construction projects, 60-40, in my favor.
You must want that really badly.
Johnny Sack's gonna go to war, Tom.
No, he's not.
Johnny's a snaky.
What else something to be considered?
Gonna hit Carmine soon?
If I'm gonna buy this house, I need the Esplanade scratch. It can never get out. Who whacked the old?
Well, wouldn't the other members of the other families be able to put it together? Like, oh, look at this timing.
Tony Soprano, I was here with my wife the other day with Virginia Lupo. She says those other people are gonna go through with it.
I've seen this guy in something else.
I can do 15 days. Shortest allowable by law.
We've got serious problems. On the house? Sure. I'm aware we have a contract in place. Doctor, please, I'm an attorney. Wait, do you want to do all the talking and I'll just stand here? Thank you. Buy this property, I'll make your life a misery. I can tort you into the poorhouse.
Ruthless.
We did?
That perked her right back up.
First time I felt good signing papers.
Dad, blue crabs.
Oh my God, this is nice.
Anthony Soprano, you are full of surprises.
That 12-step shit doing for you? Yeah. Thanks for asking. He goes mall walking inside King's Plaza, 7 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, regular.
I never get that. Why they just walk around the mall.
Home of the burger, what's your beef?
I'm sorry.
I used to do that shit as a kid.
Tony?
No, this is Anthony.
Oh, yes.
What a random call.
Ma, telephone.
I used to your husband.
Hello?
What do you want?
Well, I thought you might want to know we have some sadness in common. He's been sleeping with my cousin Svetlana.
That's right.
Oh, this chick may end up dead this episode.
Ever speak to one of my children again, I will track you down and I will kill you. We have got guns here.
Is she doing this just because word got back to her that he hooked up with her cousin? Or is she just having a crazy moment? Oh, bro, turn around, bleed.
What are you doing?
Shitbag!
Come, what did I do now, huh?
You have made a fool of me for years with these whores. Now it's come into our home?
I told you.
What about her cousin? Who I shared vodka with the night your mother died? Let go of me!
Yeah, this has definitely been building up for quite some time. I mean, to her credit, she's been putting up with this for way too long.
Just get out, Tony. Don't even say anything. Don't you touch me ever again. Who stole Tony? Who, me?
My own wife, 40 grand from the bird feeder. I didn't do it.
I found her fingernail, Tony. You saw it that day on your night table.
It wasn't even Svetlana's.
What?
What does she have that I don't have? I want you to leave me alone.
Irina!
Probably she hides in Brighton Beach. She blames you for Ronnie Zellman.
Who told her about us? Not you, please. And I gotta tell my kids we're separating. She's gonna rip them up. Most expensive piece of ass I ever had.
Right. I know what you're thinking, too.
Should have known something bad was going to happen. Everything's all nice and dandy. They got themselves a new beach house, which might be turning into Tony's new full-time residence. He might have to go see Dr. Melfi sooner rather than later now.
He says he isn't sure anymore he'd be a good father. After killing my dog.
Oh, yeah, the poor dog.
Cifaretto, heard anything there? You know Ralph's second in command, Vito? When Christopher was away, I had that asshole calling me every 5 minutes. Does Christopher know? You kidding me? He'd kill him.
Yeah, easy with your words there.
Things aren't very good at home. So I came down to sleep on my boat. And it was being refinished.
I want to go around and meet perfunctorily with all the top divorce attorneys in your area.
Damn. This guy's already in lawyer mode.
Let me just clean up a little. Tony! What's up? And I realized that as much as I want this place, now is not the time for me to be buying a house.
Oh, he's not going to let you back out.
That is so sad.
Excuse me, honey. We had that place on the market 1.5 years. I don't want to be insensitive with what you've got on your plate, but we have a signed contract.
What's the big deal? Why don't you just let me out of this thing, okay?
I can. I have partners. But I'm not buying your house. I'll probably let him walk, but that's a negotiation, which he knows full well.
You don't have any partners.
Thank you,
Well, now what's gonna happen? You gonna get another hit called off?
I'm sorry to learn about the marital situation, Tony. We all agree we want to get back to earning. Let's split the difference. 20%.
It's actually a reasonable number now.
That's what it's going to take. 15. But I'm not going no place.
Healthy as a fucking rhino, this guy.
I'm still not so sure that you're coming out of this one unscathed, but I don't freaking know yet.
I used to feel so superior because so many of my friends had these divorced parents. It was because of Furio, wasn't it? Jesus, how could you eat shit from him for all those years?
It's not her fault, but yeah, she did put up with a lot. I haven't seen him in a while.
About you and Carmela.
Hello.
Amazing, huh? Things have a momentum of their own.
Still going through with it.
Johnny's sack. I always worked very hard to make him think I liked him. It went bad with that joke shit. I put her shit out on the curb and let it rain on her. No! That's right, T. I'm on your side on this.
Yeah. Tony, Alan Sappensley.
What?
My partners and I have decided to let you out of your obligation. I'm not rescinding the deposit. I can show damages, and I'm being generous and not bringing action to enforce the sale.
Damage?
A hair on my head gets mussed, the authorities are gonna know just where to come knocking.
You must think I'm a f***ing dog.
Didn't work out the way you hoped it would. That's freaking
Jesus,
creepy.
I know what happened was wrong. I was an asshole. And I apologize.
Not that simple, my guy.
Come here. You're not going anywhere.
Let go of me. Your son will be home. Do you want him to see his father like this?
Yeah, you'd love that, wouldn't you? Let? This is my house. Ain't it better when I'm here? I'm gonna be right out here. And I want you to be extra respectful of your mother. She's going through a hard time right now. Hello? Call it off. The old guy. Yeah?
What the hell is going on?
But nobody can notice was ever considered.
Like we said, you're gonna keep this quiet.
I got the mouth on the statue. Or she be haunting my ass for that child. So...
Yep, they'll be keeping quiet about it. Is that their payment now for completing the mission?
What?
I was wondering when you were going to move those theater seats down to the garage. Can't put the sprinklers on over there, Tony, without the seats getting wet.
Talk to me about theater seats, except to bust my balls.
I wanted to water while I was out. You.
It's gonna cost you $3. Whose idea was whitecaps?
Just a bigger version of an emerald ring, so you can keep on with your other life.
You don't know me at all.
Fair
I know you
point.
better than anybody, Tony.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to hell when I die. Nice thing to say to a person heading into an MRI.
Yeah, what was that, like season 1?
I've always been sorry I said that.
You knew my father. You grew up around Dickie Moltisanti and your Uncle Eddie. Where do you get off acting all surprised and miffed when there were women on the side?
Yeah, pretty sure that wasn't part of the vows.
You think for me, it's all about things.
No, I forced all this shit on you.
The last year, I have been dreaming and fantasizing and in love with Furio.
I am glad he is halfway across the world.
And he would ring the doorbell. I felt like my heart would come out of my chest.
You asked me the other day what Irene's cousin has that you don't have. I could converse with her because she had something to say.
I am here!
And she's been on her own, and she's had to fight and struggle. Bitch, to me, to your priest.
The strippers, the cocktail waitresses. Were you best friends with all of them, too?
I was not expecting this episode. You know, if the jury comes out right now and ends up convicting him, I don't know what I'm gonna...
Judge is calling you all into the courtroom.
Oh, God. Scheduling an appointment?
Hello?
Not yet, but you'll get there.
One juror refuses to deliberate and can't be reasoned with. What should we do now? Bring in the jury. I have no choice but to declare a mistrial. I know that you did the best you could.
Alright. Doesn't a mistrial mean, though, that they can go again down the road?
Call me when your grandson is born.
I wouldn't want to think of you on that day.
The guy's family is in danger. I don't blame him.
Mom's just on my case all the time. My dinner got cold.
She goes through a lot of trouble to cook those meals.
Well, I didn't ask her to.
Well, you're not staying in here. Get that out of your head right now.
What are you going to do without your front speakers? I'll take them.
They're just borrowing them. Go buy you one of those CDs she likes and some flowers.
We should call everybody, have a big party.
Aw, damn it, Bobby. You fell into the trap.
Bobby, go down by the cellar door. See if Murph left the envelope under the flagstone.
Outside the lawyer's house?
And now, ladies and gentlemen...
It's that boat.
Buddy, turn it down!
Good luck, buddy.
You waiting long?
I was wondering, why the delay?
I'm out.
Phew, Tony, this is very disappointing.
I know.
Creeps on this petty pace. And I take orders from him again?
But if you want to do it without me as a partner, you do what you got to do.
Why the would I ever trust somebody who would leave me holding my like this?
I shouldn't have heard that either.
We gonna hit up the hillbillies again? Address Johnny?
You know you were in the house.
Just stopped by to pick up a few things.
Fine.
Yeah, I still remember the tensions of divorce and these types of visits.
I've been thinking about things. Me living out there. And I decided it's probably not a good idea.
Because I wanted to stay in there with you? I won't ask. I just got pissed off.
He asked to live with you?
Well, you guys could still get back together, maybe. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
Don't give him the false hope.
Be careful.
Gonna start cranking music again?
Well, I don't drink anymore. I freeze it now and I eat it like a popsicle.
Call the police.
Just turn it down again when the police boat comes. Give him his money!
Loves being indignant.
God!
Be thankful this is like the length he's going to get his money back. You got bested, guy. Take your stupid sweater inside and go get him his money back.
My girl
Alright, guys, so season 4 is officially in the books, and I gotta say, it took a completely different turn than what I was expecting going into this episode. The past, like, 4 or 5 episodes, they've just been, like, gearing up for, like, a war between the families, at least a hit against Carmine. A lot of flip-flopping going on. Now, Carmine's off the table. They came to their agreement. At least he's off the table for now. But, yeah, Johnny Sachs is not happy. And, I don't know, definitely felt a lot of tension between him and Tony in their last scene together. He's been on the chopping block once before, so we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, definitely, not that I ever really trusted him, but even more so now, I definitely don't trust him. Then we got the bombshell of the episode, the divorce. I wasn't sure if Carmela would ever initiate it. Starting off the series, she was very, like, yes, there were talks about it. She saw that one therapist, I think he was a therapist, that said, like, I don't want your blood money, but take my advice, leave the man. But her beliefs, her religion, like, that was just a big no-no. Like, she had to endure and put up with it. And put up with a lot of shit she did. But, yeah, I don't know what, is that Irina? The Russian chick? I don't know what the hell was going through her mind. We learned later on she ended things with the senator guy, because of the incident with Tony. But to call Carmela and do that, oh, I'm curious to know if Tony's just gonna let this go, or if, yeah, he'll be going after her for, it's not her fault that they got a divorce. It's Tony's own actions, but to just call like that out of the blue and start all this, yeah, he's not going to be happy. So I wonder what her fate's going to be in the next season. And yes, while she has known about all the different women in Tony's life, uh, her virus brought on by the anxiety because of Furio leaving, yeah, like, it was just the tipping point. And speaking of Furio, I am very happy for his sake that he's over in Italy right now, because, yeah, if he was still in the States, Tony would definitely have him killed, because she just put it all out there. Um, I don't know if we're ever going to see him again, though. Like, she really did a number on him, and yeah, he just up and left. I I don't know. Maybe he hears about the divorce later on and comes back and then meets his end. I don't know, but honestly, it just wouldn't surprise me if we didn't see him in this show anymore. We got Christopher back out of rehab. He seems to be, like, I don't know, not necessarily different, but more energetic. And so far, he hasn't done anything completely off the rails. Granted, the guys he had hired to take out Carmine, he betrayed them and, yeah, did his thing, but that's kind of not out of the norm for Christopher. That's part of the job. So, yeah, good to have him back. I'm glad that he was only out 2, maybe 3 episodes. So, yeah, good to have him back and in full swing going into season 5. And there was the whole thing with the beach house, and it just, like, the first half of this episode was all like rainbows and unicorns. Like, she's like, romantic walk on the beach. I want to get you this house. You're so full of surprises, Tony. And then bam, shit hit the fan. But yeah, that attorney who sold him the house, he thought he's the big shot. He knows all the angles to rip Tony off out of his deposit, and it's a game, and blah blah blah. And yep, he met his match. It's like at one point he was saying, there's documents between us. If anything, like, if I ever get hurt, they're gonna know who it was. And he's like, oh, you just think of me as like a thug. But he outsmarted him. Just something so simple as putting his home theater speakers right outside the guy's house. Looks like it did the trick. It's like, just go inside, take your L, man. Write him a check, give him back his deposit, and move on. You lost. And honestly, he should be thankful that that's the route Tony decided to go. Now, we had Uncle June. I think pretty much this whole season was his trial. But it's over now, for now. Ended in a mistrial, and I believe in the event of a mistrial that it can be brought back to the courts after a certain amount of time. I could be wrong, but for now, he's in the clear. Of course, during their little home celebration party, Bobby and Janice getting all cuddly and dancing, and man, like, what the hell's she gonna do to him now? Again, I know he's not innocent. He's no saint either. But still, out of everyone in this world, he is kind of like the purest. He loved his wife. It was a tragic accident. He's got 2 kids, and now he's got this scumbag of a rat moving in on him. And yeah, just like any other time she's been with someone in this show, it's not going to end well. I think, with the exception of the narcoleptic guy, everyone she's been with so far has gotten killed. So, fingers crossed for Bobby now. Poor guy. Yeah, overall, this was a good season, good episode. Definitely a completely different direction I was expecting it to go. I felt some of those parental fighting scenes as one of the kids. I've lived it too. I'm sure a lot of other people have lived through divorces, and yeah, it's definitely awkward, but life moves on. And yeah, curious to see what's going to happen moving forward going into season 5. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys, and for season 4 of The Sopranos. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, as always, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys soon.